good morning, and happy VPR Thursday. I am here with my amazing partner, DJ FMI. It's your girl, Kiana the Goddess. How you doing, partner? Enjoying this hot weather?
Um, I'm enjoying my day. The hot weather I could do without. I went and brought down my clothes for
Right.
winter because I was getting ready to be fly for winter VPR. I've been waiting, man. The
We all
peacocks
were.
and all
Right.
that. And then I realized that we got some more heat on the way. So I got the fan busting next to me, you know what I mean, to try to stop my little glistening that's going to go on during the podcast.
Right. My AC
And
is busting right now.
And as far as I'm feeling, for some odd reason, I got that song from the artist Sexy Red
Yeah.
stuck in my head. The Hellcats, SRT.
Oh,
And I wanted
no,
to talk about
I
I wanted to talk about it on VPR because we have our guests coming up in a few minutes, and I just
Yeah.
want to dive into a few topics. But Kiana, how you feeling?
I'm feeling pretty good, partner. It's been a bit of a crazy week. I was battling a bit of a piercing headache, but I'm feeling better and ready for a great weekend. It's birthday vibes. Happy belated birthday to you, partner. For you
Oh
guys
my
that don't know,
gosh.
my partner's
Kiana, I'm
birthday is
still
October 1st.
thank you, VPR, and everybody that reached out to me on October 1st, and even after. Thank you. I'm still reaching back out to people, and on top of that, Kiana, I did not enjoy my birthday as far as the first few hours of it, but yeah,
Right, because you were coming in from Baltimore, right?
I was stuck in Baltimore
Yeah.
VPR, and hey, all my Bal I don't even know what to call. How they got Floridians, my Baltimoreans, or whatever you want to call yourselves.
Yeah.
I was trapped in y'all state, doing an event, and then it went 2 hours after because they added an extra 2 hours, and I already was out there DJing the Hot 97 event from before.
Yeah.
I didn't get no sleep for like 3 days, and I had to do another 6-hour drive, basically back to New York from just being up for 3 days. So it was a hell of a birthday experience.
Damn.
I wouldn't recommend doing that ghetto shit with anybody, even though I was getting a bag on my birthday.
We don't recommend that. Well, when are we celebrating, partner? Because you need a celebration.
Kiana, I'm waiting on you. I'll let you get your day, and then after that, the next day after that, we could just team up and celebrate it. Because I need to run it back VPR. It was too
I'm
ghetto.
living the same life, partner. Like my birthday's in the middle of the week. I'm working that weekend doing some tasting. So like it's gonna be a celebration after the fact, but it's all good because it's Libra season regardless.
Yes. Shout out to the Scorpios that's waiting. Please stay over there. I got a lot of best friends that are Scorpios that's trying to be dark in a corner somewhere. Just wait till y'all come out your closet, man. Wait. The world don't need that right now. Before I just want to run over a few topics. So, Kiana,
yeah,
we grew up watching The Breakfast Club, DJ Envy, and recently he has a business partner that you haven't seen the guy that been flipping the houses with him for like the last few years. You never noticed that?
No.
Well, if you paid attention to Envy, he had a person that he was working with that was in charge of flipping houses. I guess they had a business venture together. But right now, it's running into a lot of legal issues because the houses that they were selling were already sold, and they cheating out old grandmas over houses, and they got like a scheme going on. So right now, a lot of people are turning on Envy.
Realtor scheme. What the hell?
Yeah, and since he pushed it so heavily on 105, everyone's looking at him as the face because they're trusting Envy. They're bringing this into the individual into the fray.
Yeah.
So Rick Ross and Funk Flex linked up the other day, and I just want to play like a few seconds of this side banter. Yo, VPR, I never noticed. I never thought I would have needed the collaboration from Rick Ross and Flex, but these two together on the same mic is hilarious. I'm gonna let y'all check this out for like a few seconds. It's crazy. You got to do good business, VPR. If you're doing bad business, man.
We not selling bad houses.
No, we ain't selling fake houses. No, we not gonna steal no old lady houses.
That's not nice.
No, you going to hell.
You knew you was gonna get it today.
Hell for stealing those.
Oh man, listen, New York.
Oh my God, Charlamagne.
We are not up here selling the Brooklyn Bridge.
Hey, Charlamagne, come with Flex.
Oh,
come with Flex. Come on. Come on.
Shout out to Mr. Touchy Feely.
And more importantly, we not doing fraud. Flex not doing fraud.
We're not
He
doing
ain't selling
fraud.
no bad houses. He ain't selling no fake houses. He ain't doing none of that. I'm telling you. And when Rose said, I'm telling you, I can't say that for nobody else.
We are not selling the Brooklyn Bridge. You cannot buy that from us.
Oh my God, you cannot buy the Statue of Liberty. Oh my God, it's called thievery.
Well, the level of
VPR. VPR, we gotta start our morning with a laugh. So
petty.
that you know how Funk Flex and Envy, they've been going back and forth for years. Rick Ross has been going back and forth with Envy for years over the car shows. So it's just interesting to see these two sit there and just, throw a little shade at Envy. Hopefully he figures out his business and it doesn't affect him too much. But right now, Envy's in some hot water, and
Listen, you got to know who your business partners are. You got to read the fine print, and you have to know what's going on. I mean, I think gone is the time to claim that you're naive or you don't know what's happening, right? We're in the age of technology and information, and you don't just blindly invest, especially as a media personality, someone with that type of pull, right? Like you're well known. If things come falling down, you are going to be the face, and it's going to come to you, and that's going to kill your reputation.
And I looked at all the houses because I watched a little small documentary, and the people that were getting scammed out, they were reselling houses. Oh yeah, basically taking in new money from a new client, repaying the other cold clients, and saying, "Oh yeah,
in real estate."
People telling them this is your property. Actually, they sold it 6 years ago. And they're just trying to lie and say, "Oh, the 100,000 you gave me was going."
Listen, the Nigerians have been doing this for years. They're just trying to catch up, and I don't like it.
Not the Nigerians.
Not all the Nigerians. No shade. I'm just saying, the scamming ones, right? That are selling the fake apartments and such. And it's only $700. Send your deposit, and I'll mail you.
You could buy $700 on Temu.
Yeah,
they're gonna sell your house off Temu. A whole container, this whole little metal container. In other news, also before we bring up our guests, because I'm looking forward to speaking with Big.
For
Big
sure.
Also, so Kiana brought Bobby Aithoff to the club. Kiana, are you familiar with Bobby Aithoff or no? Althoff, actually.
No idea.
So she's hit the scene on getting the top hip hop acts to come sit down with her and have a conversation. That's the best way I could put it. I've watched her interviews, and she plays on this socially awkward Caucasian female. I don't listen to hip hop, really. And she's getting
interviewing artists
like Offset and Drake and Lil Yachty. So if you're getting the biggest hip hop acts, and you could act, a part of your act is to act blissfully ignorant towards not knowing who they are when they're sitting in front of you.
Yeah.
I'm just wondering, like, this me personally.
Yeah.
If we give platforms to people that at least don't respect hip hop or don't even have an interest in it, and we're giving them our biggest acts, what does that say about us? Just with hip hop, because I look at so many artists like, big artists like Travis Scott, Drake. They're not entitled to give interviews to anybody like the Rap Radars or Elliot Wilsons, but at the same time, when you're going to other platforms outside of hip hop, and you're giving them better in-depth interviews than the people that actually care about your craft and the people that support your music.
Yeah.
That's what I got to think about later on down the line. And so,
it's the hip hop industry as a whole is becoming very cartoonish, right? Very like skits, and that's not like, we need to get back to the core principles of hip hop. Like we were speaking about with Super MC, right? When he came on here, those core principles of hip hop have been long thrown to the side, but I definitely want to get Mr. Rocarazzi, Big Vegg himself. I want to get
Rocarazzi. I like that
on this, and I also want to ask him what he thinks about that whole Jay-Z not giving money to his cousin thing, because that's been.
Oh yeah, I've seen that yesterday.
Let's chat about that. For you guys that don't know, this is Big Vegg. Welcome to the show. It's been a long time coming, bro.
What's going on? What's going on? First of all, can y'all see me?
Yeah.
We can see you clear, and we can hear you clear.
Listen, this is the internet stuff, so I want to make sure y'all hear me, y'all see me, y'all see the flavor. You know what I'm saying?
We do.
First of all, how are y'all doing?
We're doing pretty good, thank you. How about
I'm all right, my brother. I can't complain. Beautiful Thursday.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. What's going on? What's going on in today's world, man? What's up?
Before you came up here, I was just touching lightly on the new internet personality, Bobby Altoff. She's I'm not sure if you're familiar with her or you've seen some of her interviews, but she has a shtick where she brings the top of the line artists in the room, acts as if she doesn't know them. And what surprises me, Big Veg, is normally in hip hop acts, they have their persona and their personality. You probably sit down from a lot of hip hop acts that some of them are cool. Some of them give you a better interview. Some of the, you know what I mean? You'll feel it out. Well, in her case, she is standoffish, and the artists are all catering to her, like the Tigers, the Drakes, the Lil Yachty's, trying to get to interview her while she's like, oh, I don't know your music. I don't know who you are. I don't even listen to this. I don't listen to hip hop. And this is the interview. They're giving it to this Caucasian female. I wanted to bring up a clip so you could see the awkwardness, so you understand that.
It's so gimmicky.
And I understand a gimmick sells, but if it's looking distasteful in hip hop, me personally, I'm good off of it.
That's not
because
cool.
you're not that cool. No one's that cool.
Right.
So I'm just gonna show the interview and just.
I see one of.
Okay. Okay, my brother.
I'm not familiar with the name. I'm not familiar with the name, but yeah, go ahead. Play.
Yeah.
Bobby Altoff. I'm trying not to pronounce it wrong.
What brand are they? What brand are they?
Chrome Hearts.
What's that? Chrome
you know
Hearts?
what Chrome Hearts is.
Never heard of that.
You know what Chloe is and don't know Chrome Hearts?
Yeah, because I own Chloe. I don't own Chrome Hearts.
You don't have to own it to know what it is.
I've never seen that in my life.
I'm going to go back to this 2023.
How much were they?
$3.99.
You stole them?
Never.
Okay.
How'd you get them in your possession?
You see,
they gave them to you as a gift?
And VPR, this is putting it nicely. You know,
You
I'm
see
not
what I'm
knocking your
saying?
interview
Like,
style.
I already got tight right there because he's an artist, right? So what artist is stealing clothes? Like most companies are going to give you their stuff. Stylists are going to give you
brand deals,
items. Right. You got brand deals. You got endorsements. You stole them. Like, come on.
Crazy. I mean, as a host, you know, first off, before anything, I mean, if you're sitting down with you're having a one-on-one with a guest interviewee, I think first and foremost, I mean, you should study who you're interviewing so you just know the right questions to ask, and you know, come off as you know, as an asshole. You know what I'm saying? You know, like me personally, like I make sure, like you know, I study, you know, I go off and beyond and study who I'm interviewing. You know what I'm saying? You know, that's just me. You know,
I'll just say that it reflects in your work. And
it's really big on your reputation too. Like, you know, people are not gonna look at you like, yo, Veg, I don't know, like you don't be really like be studying the bio or looking at people's music or whatever, like, you know, but everybody got their groove, and I guess that's hers, you know what I'm saying? So whatever.
Yeah. For me, everybody got their groove, but you getting the biggest hip hop acts that normally people of color can't sit down and have these conversations with.
I know that
they're not accessible.
My gears too, right? Like, okay, the white girl with the I don't understand, I don't know what's going on act, and then that was just one piece of a clip, but the whole of them is already like, what, right? You know what I'm saying?
That's definitely bonkers.
It is bonkers. I don't understand the shift of where things are going. Like I said, we've got a lot of gimmicks going on. You've got the YouTubers that go and say this is the era of the gimmick.
Yeah.
This is the era of the gimmick.
Veg, talk about it, Veg. Talk about it, Veg.
And listen, I ain't knocking nobody. Get your money, get your clout, get your followers. But I come from the golden era. Okay, I come from the golden era. So I come from being authentic. I don't know if I said that word right, but y'all get it. You know, authenticity. I come from being original. I come from not copying people. I come, you know, I'm gonna sound like an old school cat, but I don't care. You know what I mean? This is the era where you could jump on a wave and then ride off of it. This is the era where you could come off on being a gimmick, no matter how stupid it could be. If you get followers, views, and hits, then you're considered, you know, popping or quote unquote viral. You know
it's like, so for me, like I watch some of the entertainers, and like Sukiana comes to mind.
Oh,
I know Sukiana's name, but I have not known one thing she has done outside of the name Sukiana. And I'm
Me
like,
either, bro. And thank God, because I'm like, I know I'm in this industry, and sometimes I'm just like, what and who? But to hear you say it, I'm like, okay, I'm not the only one, and you're a DJ. Right?
Yeah. So when I'm trying to figure it out and understand, like right now, more than ever, since after COVID, the internet has ramped up. And even with the music that I choose to listen to in my free time, I have to now even pay attention more to how it translates to clubs. Because there's so much niche sounds with TikTok sounds. I'm DJing and I have like 18-year-old white girls. Can you play this TikTok clip?
So
while I'm DJing, and that's crazy to me.
It is crazy.
It's crazy to me, but I understand that this is where they're intaking their music. This is where they're taking it in, and I have to understand that. So if I have to open up this app and now lock in with these 17-year-olds, 15-year-olds to understand why NBA Youngboy, I don't hear him in the real world.
No doubt.
But when I turn on YouTube, I hear him.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So it's all translating to that, but with these gimmicks and
it is what it is.
It is. But I want to get into your career, which has been very vast and profound. I believe when we met, it was at Excel's artist shoot, right? Was that when we first?
Oh, man, I don't even know.
It was some years back.
Tell me. I don't want to come off. I don't want to come off cocky. I don't want to come off crazy, but I've just been doing this a very long time.
I know.
I'm 20 plus years in this game.
Yeah.
You know, from sound engineering to radio hosting to on camera work to behind the lens, to even doing artist management. I've done a lot. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just gonna say yes. If you say we met at that party or whatever,
I don't remember, bro. I
don't remember either. Respectfully,
much respectfully. So let's talk about how you got started and from where you positioned yourself when you first began in the industry to where you are now, and then where you're headed.
All right. So I got started as a sound engineer. I went to the Institute of Audio Research after I self-taught myself how to become a sound engineer for 4 years. Then I went to the IAR, the Institute of Audio Research. I got a diploma with honors from that school. And then my sound engineering career just took off. And then I think the best part about it is I don't talk about this much. During my venture at the school that I went for sound engineering, I got linked to a street team for Interscope Records. So I could also say I did street team work during the 07, 08, where I got a chance to promote artists like Daddy Yankee, Common, 50 Cent, G Unit, Carl Thomas when he was briefly with the label, Geffen, I think. Keep in mind, this is the Curtis era when he was going off against Kanye West.
Okay, I'm glad you said the Curtis era. You broke it down.
And it's like people watching, like, when is this, right? So this is Curtis era, when he went off against Kanye West. But yeah, so around that time, I got onto the street team. It's called the Bomb Squad. I was promoting this is the Picket days, like the Picket days when this is pre-Facebook,
absolutely
era.
Real.
It's when you needed the street team.
The real
the album was dropping, you was outside with the posters.
The stickers, all of that.
Yeah.
You couldn't get on the train without seeing a poster. Gotcha.
I'm also stating my age, so you know what I'm saying, but that's cool.
Okay.
I also got a chance to meet Soulja Boy in his earlier years, you know what I'm saying, before he went bonkers. This is the Crank That era when he first got signed to Interscope. Yeah, so that was cool. So I did that. Like I said, I went to the school. I graduated with honors. Then I took off with my sound engineering career. Had a chance to record and mix for a lot of people. I mixed for a lot of people like the chef Raekwon, Troy Ave, Vado, Papoose. So I did some stuff as far as my sound engineering days. And then I started doing internet radio in 2012. This is before it was a thing. Like I ran a recording studio, so I kind of had the advantage of technology with mixers and whatnot and mics and all that. So, but this was the time where I had to like connect wires and make it all work. It wasn't like where you could, get on your phone, go on Instagram Live and
stream.
No knocking to nobody. I'm just saying I had to connect wires and all types.
A lot more, not wireless Bluetooth.
I had to get
what we had to do with our first studio, Kiana.
Exactly.
I had to get my Doc Brown on. You know what I'm saying?
That's right. FMI used to be in that studio sweating. All right, we know it's
that's
work.
a fact. I had to run that mixing board, making sure I hit the PFL, going out live and running back in the room to DJ.
Yo, a lot of
getting the call, making sure I hit off the PFL, getting the call. I'm like,
exactly, bro.
A lot of people don't understand like the era we all come from, where it wasn't so easy. It wasn't so tech easy, I guess we could say, right? But yeah, man. So I started doing internet radio. That's how I got into hosting. My boy Precise. We all came together. We created the Rock Runner Radio Show, where we streamed live every Tuesday from 6 to 9, playing independent music. And that was great for those 4 years, because I really got into creating the craft of being a host. Like I learned, even program directing, like getting a list ready of, because I was basically a guy that put a whole show together from A to Z. On top of me studying my interviewees, what I'm saying, and then talking on topics like kind of like what you guys are doing now. What I'm saying. But once again, this was before it was a thing, before it was like everybody could, have a show and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? So I did that for 4 years, and then the third year of my show, I picked up a camera and I started to mess around with that, and that's how I got introduced into videography and photography, and because this is when YouTube was in its early stages, the baby stages, I started to record myself doing these shows and doing all these segments and whatever, and then I started to understand, like, it's not as easy as it's supposed to be. Like, you got to learn how to edit, you got to learn quality, and I learned that obviously through the School of Hard Knocks, like through experience. You know what I'm saying? Like,
fuck that shit, man.
Yeah, man, it's crazy. So, but then I picked up another trait, like I said, videography and photography. I started to get invited to events and mixers, and I never forget this one mix I went to, and I was shooting, I was doing photography and whatnot. And one person is like, "Oh, you got a camera?" I'm like, yeah, let's do an interview. I'm like, all right, cool, I got a radio show. No, let's do one now on your camera. And literally my light bulb came on. Oh, sure, I could do interviews on camera. And like that's when I started to tape myself and started doing interviews, started to learn how to do that. And that was another road I had to learn. So, and then after that, I started to really just learn the process of becoming a videographer, photographer, and then a host on camera, like learning equipment and learning how to host on camera. You know what I'm saying? Learning what to do, what not to do. And that's been like 8 years of that, So, I had the chance to share time with people like Ralph McDaniels, Uncle Ralph, Rakim, Cisco, so many acts, man. Who's the dude that had the single? I'm gonna forget people. The single, I'm a runner, I'm a track star.
Mooski.
Yeah. I had Mooski. I had a chance to interview him. He's so humble. So humble. I gotta say, he was the most humble interview I've had. And obviously I think it's because he had history in being in the service. So obviously he had that type of niche, you know what I'm saying? Like he had that groove, like
respect, yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Even from his handshake, like I could tell, okay, I see you.
I feel like we're so far removed from all the artists and people that we deal with in this industry that we're so used to dealing with characters.
Yeah.
You know, nine times out of 10, we know it's gonna be an asshole character, and when people are actually genuinely nice, we're like, oh wow, I actually want to work with you.
Mooski, like I gotta say it, and I you know, before we start on our interview, like on camera, I gave him his flowers, like, yo, I appreciate you for you know, being in the service, He's like, yo, appreciate you, bro. A lot of people don't really acknowledge that. I'm like, no, bro, you serve our country, like, you're the reason why, you know, our enemies haven't crossed the border or whatever, you know what I'm saying? So I gave him those flowers off the bat.
Right.
Before we started about, you know, the single and why he was there.
And that sets a tone, right? That really sets a tone for your interactions. And before you go on, I really just want to comment on this, because every time we interview, and then just even in my life, FMI's life, I love listening to people's story and how the flow connects the dots for you, right?
No doubt.
So you pick up a camera, you're like, oh, this is cool. And what did that do? That led to you creating interviews, right? And then that leads to the next step. It's really about the doing and and connecting with your passion, right? Well, as soon as you discovered that was something you enjoyed, those doors started opening for you. So yeah, tell us more. Lay it all out for us.
Yeah. I mean, it's just crazy, man. You know what I'm saying? How I got to this point, because like just learning like the science behind being a videographer. A lot of people pick up cameras and pick up this hosting thing or being a personality and think it's just 1, 2, 3. Like there's a whole science behind this. And I learned the hard way. I learned the hard way because around 2017, because I started doing camera work in 2015 during when I did the radio show. I stopped doing the radio show a year later, but I kept on going with the camera stuff. And you know, if you would have asked me in the earlier years how to shoot, like frame rate and all type of science, I've been like, no, I just pick up the camera, turn it on, and I press record. Like, I don't know. But how I learned was crazy, because in 2017, I was coming from a gig. This was, you know, pre-COVID. So keep in mind, in New York, like the streets was crazy. It was a weekend. And I like to tell this story because I want people to understand, like, there's a whole process behind everything. I'm coming from a gig and I got my equipment on me, and I go to stop in at a 7-Eleven to get some snacks, right? I'm in Times Square. Once again, this is pre-COVID. You know, the streets are crowded. And
you were stopping at 7-Eleven to get some really expensive snacks because it's Times Square.
Yeah. I mean, I had the money, so whatever, right? You know, it is what it is. You know?
Double price snacks.
7-Eleven.
Double price coffee.
Listen. Send a check to VPR.
Okay, you know, for saying your name on air.
You know, shout out to 7-Eleven, but you got to send that check. Anyway, okay. So I stopped by the joint. I get some snacks, and I got my equipment on me. I'm doing this before I go back upstate. By the way, I'm from Rockland County, 845.
Hey, I'm in Rockland Spring Valley now. I just moved up there like 2 years.
I shot my team 845 in Rockland County. You know what time it is. So stopping to get snacks, and the first thing I did wrong was when I was grabbing, I guess, the snacks, whatever, I put my camera bag down. Boom, right? And I go to the register to get to purchase everything. I don't have my camera bag on me, and I leave the store without my camera bag. I have at least $800 to $900 worth of equipment.
My heart dropping.
Yeah, yo, bro, trust me. Watch.
My equipment.
Watch.
Gimbal.
As a DJ, you know.
And I have camera equipment. I be out running around with my gimbals. I got my other things, my RS, whatever.
Right. So boom, camera bags in the 7-Eleven. I'm not thinking. I'm on the move. I'm going to the Port Authority because I'm taking the bus back home, back up to Rockland County. Right. So boom, I get the ticket. Right, and that's when I realized that my camera bag's missing. So I'm looking around like, oh shit, my camera bag's missing. 30 to 45 minutes passed by already. Because I'm walking slow. I'm you know, when you're in New York, it's crowded, so you gotta wait your turn to get to where you need to go. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, oh shit, I left the camera bag. I'm running back to the 7-Eleven. My bag was gone the minute I walked out that store. So
Probably before you left the store. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So I get back to 7-Eleven. My bag is gone. I lost 800 to 900 worth of equipment. You're talking about camera, mics, SD cards, all types of lenses, all gone in the span.
And in 2023, that'd be about $3,500 worth of equipment with inflation.
But I have to say this: God works in mysterious ways, right? So, luckily, I just did a gig that didn't pay me yet, and they didn't send me the check. Once again, this is 2017, so this is before Cash App, before Venmo. Like, you couldn't say, "Yo, I need that money." Boom. No. I had to tell people. The gig. I told them, "Yo," I told them my situation. Okay, Veg, I got you. I think they overnighted the check to me, and I got the check. And also a good thing about it is this was during this is during Black Friday, the Black Friday sales and whatnot. So everything was on sale. So this was kind of also good too. So
you upgraded for less.
Well, yeah, to a degree. But I'm saying I had enough money to purchase things because things was on sale, right? So boom. So I get the check, run to the bank, throw it in the bank. Then I come back and I start looking online and I start purchasing stuff. And I had extra money, so obviously I did it rush delivery. People call me, "Yo, Veg, I need you to come through, record this, record that." I'm like, "Oh, I'm busy. I can't do it right now. I don't have my equipment, right? So I'm not gonna tell them I lost my equipment. They don't care. So you know what I mean? But I'm telling them "Yo, I should be available in a week or so because that's when the camera crew is supposed to come. Order the equipment, rush delivery. I should get it in 5-7 days or less, whatever. All right, cool. So 5-7 days come, I don't get the equipment. I'm like, "Where's my stuff?" I ordered it rush delivery, right? So I call the company. "What's up?" I talk to the manager. He's like, "Oh, there's back orders because it's Black Friday, blah, 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 blah." I'm like, "Listen," I told him my situation. And he's like, "Oh, damn. Okay. I'm gonna get you your equipment in the next day or two." Right. So the next day or two comes, I finally get my equipment. I'm back in the game. Boom. Right. Actually, that didn't happen. 1 or 2 days passed. I didn't get the equipment, so I called them back, and I told them "Listen, I need my equipment yesterday." And then the manager that I was on the phone was like, "Yo, I got you. You'll have your equipment in the next day. I promise you. I guarantee it. I'm looking at the package. Blah 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 blah." All right, cool. So literally in the next day or two, I did get my equipment, and now I'm back in the game. And it's crazy because that day I got my equipment. The very next day, I got another package sent to me, and it was the same package sent to me twice. So I got two cameras.
You got 2 for 1.
Yeah, I got 2 cameras and all the accessories that came too.
Wow, you got a 2-fer.
Now I'm ordering something on Black Friday and calling the company.
I'm like, sell one, keep one.
That's what I heard.
And it's funny because after that moment, I started to get 2 camera jobs. I needed 2 views where I needed a camera on here and there. It's crazy. And then also, I have to admit, during the time of not me having my camera, I started to do research on what it was to be a videographer. I started to search online. I acquired the science, and do that, that was a blessing in disguise, right? Because then when I got back and I got all my equipment back plus the second camera, I went back. Obviously, I went back out because now I got my equipment. And I remember this one older cat. I was at SOB's. It was an event, and he said to me, "Oh, I see you got a T5i, blah, 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 blah." I'm like, "Yo, oh, you got the 50 lens. Oh, why you have that?" And I told him "Oh, I got the 50 because the clarity. This camera shoots 1080p, blah blah blah." And I broke down the 4-in-1, the science to him, and I was surprised at myself. Wow, I really learned.
Right. Brian said it made you focus. And
yeah. Shout out to Brian.
You never know why something is happening when it's happening, right? But it's always for a reason. So
yeah. And it also taught me to, not to be so careless and to put my camera bag down. And
right.
For those that are listening and watching, if you are also if you carry equipment on you, you go out, you be very careful where you put your equipment.
That's right.
Because you could be on a groove where you don't know, you just moving,
Yeah.
You're working. You in your work state. You're in your work flow.
Unfortunately. And equipment is expensive, right? So just hold it close to your person. In New York, people are always watching to try to get you.
For real.
So tell us what's next for you, Veg.
What's next? I mean, I'm just, it's 2023, right? There's so much going on nowadays where you could do what you want. This is the era of the creative, you could do what you want. You could stream live, you could record, you could do so much. You could DJ. There's so many elements of the creative you could do. You could act, you could do everything you want, due to technology. There's pros and cons about that, but I'm not going to get into that. What's next for me is I'm just going to keep on creating, keep on, being that guy people could hire, people could, count on to, to shoot their project. If I'm not in front of the lens, I'm behind it. People hire me to do whatever. To shoot their podcast, to shoot their music video, to shoot an interview. What I'm saying? And I think it's good that I have all this experience where I could help them get into their groove. What I mean? That's a big thing about me. I like helping people. Like I like helping people put. I like helping people get into the. I like putting people in position to win. I'm a big on that. And I see a question: what inspired me to be a photographer?
I was just about to ask you that. Yeah, that we put on the screen.
What inspired me to be a photographer? I mean, just having that moment of capturing the moment to rewind forever. Let's take a wedding for example. A bride and a groom. You're capturing the moments of them moving to the next chapter of coming together, in love, right? You are the sole purpose of them of capturing those moments so they can rewind forever. So 10 years later, when they renew their vows, they can go down these pictures and say, "Yo, babe, like look at us 10 years ago." Even videography as well. Like videography as well. Like I'm more in the videography universe. But I also do photography, but just capturing the moments as a camera operator. It's just, I feel like it's very important nowadays. You know what I'm saying?
Beautifully stated. I think it's so important.
Yeah.
Hey, Big Veg, I'm not sure if you watch Lyrical Lemonade and those videographers that edit. When I see the work that they've created from them doing their first video, and how much they're charging for production now.
Yeah.
I think about people like you that have a love for it.
Yeah.
The sky's the limit because there's no fucking way.
Yeah. I mean, they earned that. We all have a journey.
That's right. Yesterday's price is not today's price.
Okay? Fat Joe voice.
On period.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man. Just that's what it is. So yeah, my mom. What's next for me is just I'm gonna keep on creating, keep on helping people, keep on putting people in position to win. Because I don't know about anybody else, but I just love seeing people win. Like I'm not a hater, like I like that seeing people win puts the fire on me. Like I see this person doing that, like and I gotta give you guys your flowers because you guys been doing y'all thing.
Thank you. Hey, man,
you know what I'm saying? Like, but it's good to hear that. Like I genuinely love seeing people win. Like, and that's one thing about me. I love giving people their flowers where they can smell it. So I wish y'all. How long you guys been doing VPR for?
6 years in February. You believe that?
6 years.
My partner's face was like, "What? 6 years in Feb, part."
So, so in 2030, it'll be 10 years.
Yep.
If I'm correct, I'm not good with math.
Well, no, 2028 because we started in 2018.
I'm not good with math, so. But as long as y'all know. But
thank you so much. I love you right back.
I know this is about me, but I'm big on getting flowers, and you guys are giving me this platform to express myself and put myself out there. But I have to give you guys your flowers because you deserve it. You guys put the work in. You guys dealt with, I'm sure, the craziest situations, the craziest people. you know, to the craziest moments. You know, I know because I've done the same. So I'm just giving you your flowers. You said 2028 is 10 years.
Yeah.
I wish you to 20 infinity.
We definitely received that. Thank you so much, Vegg.
Yeah, energy, man. Honestly, this morning I couldn't have asked for anything else.
Absolutely, man.
Just having you, I need to have you on another show. I need to have you in person, honestly.
No, we're talking.
If we was in studio, I know
it'll be
the
bananas.
content.
It will be bananas.
But yeah, so I wish y'all nothing but the best. I wish you 10, 20, 30, and infinite years to keep doing this because we all love doing this. We all love doing this, you know.
Yeah.
And if you love doing what you do, then it wouldn't be considered work. You never work a day in your life.
Agreed. And it sounds cliche, but it's so true.
I love what I do.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, don't get twisted. I make money off of this too. Like, you know, we got bills. We got bills to pay.
We adults.
We gotta make a living. We live in New York, so we have bills to pay, right?
We have many bills.
But
facts.
But it all starts with the love. Like I would do something, right? I would do something for the love and not for the money. Like if somebody was paying me $10 million to do something and I didn't like or love, like I didn't think it was a good, like an idea where it fit me. But someone else came to me. It's like, yo, Vegg, I got this idea. It's gonna be dope. And I love it. I'm gonna do that as opposed to the $10 million joint.
I completely agree. If it goes against my heart, right?
Yeah.
And especially if it's something that is trying to get over on people. Or everything I do has to be connected. Just like you said, you love seeing people win. I love seeing people win. In my professional life, I love helping people escalate their business, right? Where they're like, I don't know what to do next. And I'm like, I know what to do. Let me show you. And then we see it come to fruition. That makes me feel great, right? Like even if we're not working together anymore, I'm like, look how successful they are. That's wonderful. And so that kind of vibe, I just feel like you'll never lose. You know what I mean? Because that energy is what really takes the frequency of the globe up.
Absolutely. So, you know, that's what it is, man. So yeah, so that's like that's a quick thing for people too. If you love what you do, just do it. Don't do it for nothing else. Don't get sucked into being a victim of money.
That's right. That's a lack mindset. That's a lack mindset, bro. If your focus is only on the money and your worry is only on the money or the next bill,
man, bro.
That's it's not gonna be good for you.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? You're gonna get sucked in and then you're gonna end up, it's gonna be basically like a 9 to 5 where you're gonna be doing something for the money, you're gonna be miserable.
Agreed. I want to give some quick shout outs. I see my cousin Norma from Atlanta has come on the stream.
Shout him out.
I appreciate you. Love you.
I need that energy.
And then Brian said that he learned about professional presentation and putting together an EPK for an artist from watching our show. So we really, really appreciate that. And we love being able to give you knowledge that can help to bolster your career. So before we go, are there any shout outs that you want to give? I'm sure you have a ton.
Oh man, if I did, we'd be here for years.
Yeah.
But I keep it short, man. Shout out to everybody who supports me. Shout out to everybody who doesn't support me because I'm still win. You know what I mean? Shout out to everybody who, you know, who's doing what they do for the love of it. We need more of that. Shout out to just everybody because, you know, another thing is I don't want to start shouting people out because people going, you know, they going to go crazy. Oh, Vegg, why didn't you shout me out? So shout out to everybody. I don't want no hate mail.
I like
but
that.
I will say this. The key factors, you know, shout out to my queen Ree. My queen, she's been holding me down. When you have somebody that supports your passion, like you can't lose. So shout out to her. Shout out to my family. Shout out to my family, friends, and shout out to everybody, man. You know who you are. Yeah, shout out to everybody that supports me. That's just what it is, you know. Shout out to y'all, man. Y'all ill. Y'all just ill. You know, for y'all doing what y'all doing. Like I said, I wish y'all nothing but infinite blessings and, you know, and
VPR, Voice of the People Radio.
Yeah,
we are live here on a Thursday with Big Vegg.
Absolutely, man. So make sure everybody tap into this show every Thursday from 11 to what?
Thursdays 11 to 12.
11 to 12. Stop playing.
That's right. Stop playing around. Big
Mr. Rocarazzi.
Yes. And you can follow me, Big Veg. Just Google me. I've been doing this for so long. You just Google me, BIGVEGG. Google me. If you want to work with me, we could do that. You know what I'm saying? Let's make it happen, and let's do it. Work.
Absolutely. Well, we appreciate you. We look forward to having you back, and I'm sure we'll see you soon at one of these many industry events.
Yeah, I'm like, if we don't bump into, I'm like, we're gonna lock in, please.
And I'm sure you'll have another medallion added to. Can you show everybody, please? Show everybody real quick. Before we go, can you stand up and give a quick medallion shout out? We want to give a shout out to your medallions, bro.
Clean.
All right.
Clean.
Yo, this isn't even all of them. Like I got like 20, but I'm 40, so my neck is starting to
getting a little heavy.
Get a little bit, So So for those that know me, and I'll end on this note. For those that do know me, if when I meet somebody, like it's crazy. Like last thing, I promise. Today's Tuesday, Sunday,
Thursday.
Oh, today's Thursday. I'll do so much Thursday.
I'm like, wait, I look.
Yeah, I'm bugging. Today's Thursday, so I had a shoot Tuesday with my boy DWI of The Matrix Studios.
Shout out to DWI.
Yeah,
another legend. The Godfather. Shout out to the Godfather of podcasting. He's one of the if not the first, one of the first to broadcast live. Okay. So I was helping him out. I was behind the scenes production. We had a nice, DSN day or whatever. Shout out to Sue Fearless. Shout out to Remo. Shout out to 950 Kev. The whole DSN.
Remo.
Remo. Tapping Cuts Podcast. Shout out to Sue Fearless, The Fearless Show. 950 Lounge. You see, I'm shouting out everybody. I love it. I want to see everybody win. Shout out to everybody, right? So DWI had a new spot. He wanted to set up a day, like a DSN day, where he wanted to start off everything, whatever. And at the end of the shoot, randomly, Chris Rock's brother, Kenny, shows up. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he shows up. Right. First, he comes into the room. He sees my medallions. He's like, "Yo, my man got the medallions." He's going crazy. Yo, my man got the medallions. Yo, we protected by the red, black, green. Like this. So my point is this: when you meet me, and if you don't remember my name, Big Veg, you're gonna remember me by my medallions. Oh yeah, the guy with the chains, the guy with the red, black, and green things. He got like 50 of them on his neck and all that. You know what I mean? So that's just my thing. Everybody say they got a gimmick. This isn't my gimmick. It's what I live, because I'm a big fan of hip hop. The whole Native Tongues movement. You know what I'm saying? Tribe Called Quest, De La Soul, Jungle Brothers, and the list goes on. Oh, I also interviewed Jungle Brothers too, so that was big for me. But I know we're over time, and I want to end it on this note. If you don't know me for my name, you're gonna know me for my medallions, because I'm one of the few that are still wearing these from the golden era. This is a big golden era thing, especially this African one. Mm-hmm. You've probably seen this on Do the Right Thing. Shout out to Spike Lee, and
we're taking it back to the 90s. Yeah, y'all better do your history, right?
Rest in peace to Radio Raheem and all that. Yeah. But yeah, so that's what it is. So I end on that note. I appreciate y'all. I love y'all.
We appreciate love you right back.
Thank you for this platform, and you guys are the voice of the people, yo. Word.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Bro. Much love. All right.
Later.
Another great show, bro. On the books.
Yo, VPR. So I'm just gonna tell y'all a moment, right? So I went out for my birthday lightly yesterday, and in the car, right? I'm sitting there. I'm always thinking about life. What am I doing? What am I working towards? DJing, podcasting, anything in general. I don't want to hold you guys up too long. And in that moment, while I'm sitting in the car, Don't Disturb the Groove system came on. Yeah. The system came on. And everyone in the car, Kiana, started dancing.
Yeah.
And I looked up and I was like, I know this song.
That's right.
My eyes dropped and my face dropped.
That's right.
And I stopped everyone in the car and I paused it. And I was like, me and Kiana interviewed these
guys.
Like they were amazing. Like I was talking with them. They're so dope. Nice. It brought such a joy to me, VPR, and it really brought me back to all the years that we've been doing this. and all the ground shattering interviews that we've had. Please go check those out on Spotify. Please check those out on YouTube.
Yeah.
Thank you for always tuning in. I'm going to continue to try to get the best guest in here from all genres of music. It doesn't matter the decade. I love what we do here. Thank you for supporting us.
And thank you to all that watch us. Thank you, Brian, for joining us and tapping in since 2020. Shout out to Tech One. We definitely have to get you back in. That's family right there from forever.
Tech.
That's day one love right there. And yeah, we love what we do. And just to kind of mirror what Vegg said as well, like when you love what you do, it's never going to be work, right? So throw yourself, and we understand you got to make money, right? Sometimes we got to do a couple of things we don't love in order to make money, but use that money to fund what you do love, right? Figure that out, and that path will change your life.
Couldn't say that any better, Kiana.
Absolutely.
Couldn't say any better.
So we'll see you next week, guys. It's been another great episode. Thank you so much for watching, and much love and light.
Later, guys.
All right, partner. Great. Oh, we went over quite a little bit, but it's okay.
Yeah, I was like, but it made up for itself because you started 15, but I was like, I was enjoying it.